And the good news is that the President himself, early in his administration, charged the security agencies to tackle piracy so that practitioners will be able to recoup their investments and that will contribute to the socio-economic development of the nation. We cannot properly diversify the economy if we don't make any effort to end piracy, or at worst reduce it to the barest minimum.
The minister also frowned at the lack of a regulatory direction for the movie industry.
My immediate suggestion is for us to declare piracy an economic crime, have regulatory direction, domesticate most of these international conventions on piracy, review and strengthen an existing copyright law, as well as make the punishment for copyright more stringent.
On the issue of funding, the minister said movie makers in the country have been captured in the federal government's 500 billion naira set aside in its massive social intervention policy. The minister took time to listen to comments by the movie makers, who showered encomium on the minister for taking his time to meet with them as a way of re-strategizing the industry, saying they are ready to collaborate with the federal government in its drive to rebuild Nigeria. In Lagos, Anthony Forson.
Following the visit by the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, to Nasarawa State, the National Integrated Power Project says it plans to construct high-capacity infrastructure for efficient supply in tandem with the aspiration of the people of the state. Hamza Musa Makarfi reports.
When the minister visited as part of nationwide tour, Governor Umaru Tanko Almakura voiced the situation of power sector infrastructure in the state as he received assurances on the way forward.
Nasarawa State is the only state capital among the 36 states that is left to fend with 33 kV line.
In finding solution, the National Integrated Power Project says it plans to step down the 330 kV high-capacity transmission line from Makadi to Jos, in Lafia, the state capital. The planned substation will have 2x150 NBA and 2x60 NBA transformers.
Very soon we'll be packaging something by way of addressing the issues of the bulk power to Nasarawa State. And by the way, it's not just Nasarawa State. We are hoping to receive approvals very soon about additional power infrastructure that we need to do, which is having to do with Kano, Kaduna.
The managing director says issues raised by the governors of Rivers, Cross River and Akwa Ibom states on NIPP projects which suffer as a result of contractor weakness and wayleave will be addressed.
So we hope that in the next 2 weeks, we will repackage these projects and deliver. Because in NDPSC, we will never see any abandoned projects.
In Abuja, Hamza Musa Makarfi, NTA News.
State governors have been implored to see telecommunication cables in their domains as critical infrastructure that should be absolutely protected rather than abandoned for destruction. The Minister of Communications, Abdurrahman Adebayo Shitu, who was one of the guests on NTA's Good Morning Nigeria program, stated this while discussing the topic Telecommunications Roadmap for Nigeria. Oyeyemi Ajayi has details.
Decades ago, telephone is said not to be for the poor. Indeed, telecommunication remained the preserve of the rich. But those days are gone. Over the years, millions of Nigerians now have access to telecommunications gadgets. Now, over 90 million subscriptions have been recorded in the sector. For example, the Nigerian telecommunications is referred to as one of the largest markets, not just in West Africa, but the world at large. The Minister of Communications says Nigeria has recorded positive results in ICT knowledge base, while regretting that a lot of ICT deficits still exist in the sector.
We are trying to advance this project to ensure that we encourage both the government itself and private sector participators to try to invest heavily to ensure that broadband covers the entire Nigeria.
Condemning the multiple biometrics collection by different agencies, other guests on the program talked about the place of cybersecurity in the roadmap for Nigerian telecommunications.
I would really encourage that our policymakers look into this thing and demonstrate a good understanding of the importance of ICT to the development of their citizens, and therefore look at making money at the back end, not necessarily at the front end.
I would urge the minister, yes, you need to work with the Governors Forum, but please, sir, with all due respect, try and engage individual governors and work with them to get them as one politician to another to see that you can have a bigger pie if you allow the payback to be a little later.
The minister affirmed the efforts of the ministry in repositioning NIPOS to a better organization that will include banking, among others. In Abuja, Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
Experts in Nigerian languages say compulsory teaching of science and technical subjects in schools in Nigerian languages holds key to promoting and preserving indigenous languages in Nigeria. Suleiman Abdullahi Rigachukun in Kaduna reports that the experts are of the view that the nation will achieve socio-economic and scientific development.
I learned both Arabic and Islam on Western education.
What is the meaning?
I thank God because He has allowed me to see today.
Saleh Abdulhamid, Akwe Thomas are Nigerians from different ethnic backgrounds, fortunate to speak in their native languages despite passing through formal education in foreign languages. The situation is, however, not the same with these children who find it difficult to communicate in their mother tongues.
Because I know how to speak English very well.
When I was small, my father never wanted me to learn Igbo. He just wanted me to learn English first.
This, linguists say, poses serious challenge not only for cultural preservation of Nigerians, but a setback to Nigeria's quest towards attaining excellence.
Influence of the foreign languages is very, very powerful. And if care is not taken, the problem will continue to affect them.
Initially, when you are doing science, you must speak one of the Nigerian languages. When you are doing art, the same to commercial. Now, the Nigerian language is no more compulsory.
However, hope is not lost, as the NYSC engages in teaching core members posted to the state some major indigenous languages during orientation course.
Ensure that core members, especially many of them that came from outside, learn one or more languages that are indigenous.
In Kaduna, I am Suleiman Abdullahi Rigachukun.
You're watching Panorama on the NTA. We now pause for some messages. The news continues shortly.
The struggle for independence had been a long and tough one. Our founding fathers and compatriots sacrificed their comfort and even shed their blood. We cannot at this point in history afford to spirit away their sacrifices for immediate but temporary gains of today. Let us emphasize what unites and not what divides us. Working for the unity of purpose with a stronger vision for a better tomorrow. NTA, growing with the nation.
Together, no matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together. Let's stop fighting each other. Let us live as one. It doesn't matter where you come from, your tribe or religion, man, woman or child. It doesn't matter who you are. Put Nigeria first. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
How can we develop when we're always in crisis? Families have become refugees in their country. No matter our differences, show some understanding.
No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
Nigeria, the only country we can train with remarkable potentials to excel. Let us believe in ourselves and change our attitude for the sake of our country and generations unborn. Let us revive our cultural values, which are our essence as a nation. Let us renew the spirit of patriotism and hope in our dear country. Do not take or give bribe. Be punctual always. No more African time. We can't expect to be global citizens and operate on African time. Join the queue. Insist that people are attended to on a first-come basis, no matter who they are or where they come from.
Nigeria, good people, great nation.
Welcome back. You're still watching Panorama. Dialogue rather than protest or demonstrations is the best way to get the government or any authority to reverse itself on any issue. Force Public Relations Officer ACP Olabisi Kolawole gave this position at a gathering of members of the Nigeria Institute of Public Relations (NIPR) in Abuja. Timothy Yusuf reports.
Speaking on the theme Protest and Demonstrations in Nigeria, Roles of Public Relations Practitioners, the first public relations officer noted that protests or demonstrations have the tendency to result into riot, thereby leaving behind in its wake wreckage, destruction of lives and properties. ACP Olabisi Kolawole enjoined the public to see the police as friends, with the constitutional role of preventing the breakdown of law and order and not denying the citizens their right to demonstrate.
Protest and demonstration also create states of insecurity, which most times deter investments. For instance, the Niger Delta militant group and Boko Haram sect both started as mere protests and later snowballed into armed gangs that posed dangerous security and safety challenges to the entire nation.
Chairman of the Federal Capital Chapter of the NIPR, Tayo Hastrop, earlier noted that the institute has a seamless synergy with the police, pointing out that the relationship has been beneficial over the years. In Abuja, Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
And to ensure a more transparent and effective service delivery in the 2016 FCT Muslim Hajj operations, the FCT Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board carried out an in-house training on members of staff to bring them up to date with guidelines and current operational modalities. Abdullahi Ajia reports that the board has also concluded arrangements for the commencement of registration of intending pilgrims for the 2016 Hajj, who are expected to pay 700,000 naira as deposit for the seats.
After a critical review of the highs and lows of the 2015 Muslim Hajj exercise, which included human and natural disasters, the FCT Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board said it is strengthening collaboration for a better outing this year. This it's doing through staff and stakeholders training workshop for pilgrims area officers, which will help address issues of welfare of its pilgrims.
Under the leadership of FCT administration, we have just concluded the in-house training, and then we inspected our own facilities at the camp to make sure we're bringing people to the camp. If there are some certain defects, some certain maintenance work, we'll make sure that we do it.
The board said it is more open to transparent dealings with intending pilgrims who will be accorded equal rights and privileges and will maintain its stance on the first-come, first-served basis for those who wish to perform their pilgrimage through the FCT board, adding that it will not accept registration and payment by proxy and bulk purchase of forms by individuals.
I go along with everybody, but I came with my own strategy to make sure that, like this is a form, number one, I maintain that it must be done in the area council level. It must be done publicly, and it must be given fairness.
In the interest of a hitch-free exercise, the board urged all FCT intending pilgrims to always be guided by Hajj rules and regulations. The board has earmarked Monday 29 February 2016 as commencement date for registration across the 6 area councils of the FCT. In Abuja, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
And now sports. Junior boxers take center stage at the 71st Boxing Hall of Fame in Lagos as the Nigeria Football Federation releases 30-man under-23 list. Details of these and more on our sports update with Adeola Omokivi.
The Boxing Hall of Fame paid more attention to the juniors and female category. High point was the 30-kilogram bout by Wasiu Moshood and 9-year-old Bright Amoa, who exhibited excellent boxing skills. Zainab Awise in blue of No Shaking Boxing Club was adjudged the best boxer. New interim handler of the Super Eagles and head coach, national under-23 team, Samson Siasia, has invited 30 players to camp in preparation for the football event of Rio Olympic Games. The invited players are to resume camping in Abuja Monday, February 29. Coach Siasia says his intention is to build the foundation of a team on home-based players and appeal to clubs to release players to camp. In the first match of week 3 of the Nigerian Professional Football League, visiting MFN Football Club recorded their first bashing of 3-0 in the hands of Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan. Kano Pillars, Plateau United and Enugu Rangers beat their visitors 2-1, while Ikorodu United put a goal past visiting Lobby Stars.
Match plan went well. They will get better, much better. We take defeat in good faith.
And former FIFA President Sepp Blatter has congratulated and wished his successor, Gianni Infantino, good luck.
I think now he is a man coming from the football organization, and he is a young man, he is powerful, he has a lot of energy. And now I can only say, Johnny, good luck to it.
The Sports News Update at Deyola Omokivie, NTA News.
And for the latest on the weather, here is an update.
We've observed consistent accumulations of moisture over the south as a result of the southwesterly wind flows into the country, keeping the coasts and the inland cities in cloudy conditions. And areas around Lokoja and Makurdi will be partly cloudy, and the north is expected to still remain sunny and hazy during the morning hours. And as the day progresses into the afternoon and evening hours, the weather conditions over the north is still expected to remain the same, while the cloudiness over the south is expected to give rise to localized showers around the eastern flank of the south, and prospects of localized thunderstorms are not unlikely over the western part of the south. And for temperatures across the cities in Nigeria, let's take a look. From the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, bye for now.
And that wraps up Panorama. Join us at 4 for Nationwide. Good afternoon.